Hi, and welcome to STAT243Z, Summer 2025. I'm your instructor. My name is Nicole Francis, and I've been at Lynn Benton teaching math and stats for 19 years now. A little bit about me. I like to travel. This is a picture of me at Bouchard Gardens. I just turned 50, which is why I'm wearing that t-shirt. Anyway, that's a little bit about me. We'll get to know each other over the course of the quarter. Let's go ahead and get started. So for this course, we will be doing all of the course in My Open Math. So that will be where you turn in all the online homework, write-ups, all the communication, your gradebook, everything. To get started with that, you need to go to myopenmath.com and register as a new student. So go ahead and type that in, myopenmath.com. And when you get there, you should see this screen. You need to click on the yellow highlighted region here where it says register as a new student. When you click on that, this menu will come up and you're going to go ahead and fill this out. So enter a username. This can be whatever you want. Choose your password and confirm it. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Enter your first and last name. Please use any first and last name that you prefer to use. If this is something different than what's on your registration, go ahead and send me an email just so I know how to match up people with whom, but please use a preferred name in this because it will show up on like forums and that sort of thing. Enter your email address here. You're welcome to use your LBCC email. You're welcome to use a different email, whatever email you think you'll be checking the most, because I will be emailing you. Go ahead, make sure these boxes are all checked. And then down at the bottom, you need to insert this information that I'm giving to you right now. The course ID is 272435. And the enrollment key is math cool, capital math, capital cool. All right. Once you enter that, you will enter our course. Let me go ahead and pull up what you should be seeing. So when you enter our course, it should look like this. At the top, you'll see a calendar. I'm making this well in advance, so it'll look more like this when you're filling it out, and you'll see the deadlines that are coming up for things in our course. The first things I want to point out is the announcements and Q&A. So this is where I'll make announcements probably a couple times a week. It's also a place where you can post questions and answers. I'll post questions and answers that students email to me. Answering questions, posting good questions or posting good answers can sometimes get you some extra credit. So please feel free to use this. And the first folder here is course information. You should read this carefully. So you open up the course information, and you'll see a link to both the syllabus and calendar. This is a link to my Zoom office. This is the YouTube channel where all my videos are. There's links to each video below, but this is the list of all of them. Here's a link to the full textbook. And I also included a link to these Math is Power for You videos. They're also from the textbook. These are great videos. They match up with what we're doing in the class. They're a little bit longer, and it's a slightly different perspective on some of the things, but it's a really good resource for you. In this class, we'll be doing a lot of calculations, and here are some nice online calculators that you can use. We'll get to those. We'll be using Sabeti and Desmos, and there's a nice chi-square special Desmos to use. So go through, make sure you read all those things. I'm going to quickly just look at the calendar and syllabus for you. There's just a couple of things to note. You don't need to purchase a textbook. The textbook is a free ebook. If you want to, you can purchase one from that website. Make sure you read all this disclaimer stuff. Here's how we're going to do grades in the class. The homework and the quizzes will be submitted in My Open Math. Again, those will always be due on Wednesdays and Sundays. There's all the information that you put in. I need to update that. This number's wrong. I'll fix that. This is from an older course. And here is this course schedule. So due Wednesday of this week is the intro to My Open Math 1112, and due Sunday is these sections. Some of them look like a lot of sections that are due, but I promise they're very short. They're very variable length. Like some sections are quite long and others are quite short. So 2 or 5 doesn't really mean anything. It should be about the same amount of work. I would go ahead, if I were you, and post this schedule, print it out and post it somewhere. You're going to see it every day. It has the test deadlines. So test 1 is due week 4, Wednesday of week 4. Test 2 is due Wednesday of week 8. And the final exam is due Wednesday of week 10. The term ends on a Thursday of week 10 in the summer. We don't have a finals week. So the course is a little bit abbreviated. Just be aware of that. Going back to our class, to go ahead and get started, you'll see all the weeks are their own folders. At the top of each week is a link to the textbook sections we'll be covering, so you're welcome to read those. Let me make this just a little bit bigger. You're welcome to read those sections. I encourage you to read those. And then there's due dates here. So due Wednesday is the intro to My Open Math homework. homework 1.1, homework 1.2, and the week 1 forum. Due Sunday is the homeworks 2122, 2324, and 25, your first quiz, and the first written activity. I do not accept written activities late, so be aware of that. In this course, you are given some number of, I can't even remember what it is, maybe 4 late passes right off the bat that you can use for homeworks and quizzes. I'm a lot more flexible by giving extensions on homeworks and quizzes, but remember those written activities are not allowed to be turned in late. So if we go down below, now you'll see here's Wednesday that is due. And this is just go through each of these things and do them for Wednesday. So the very first thing you should do would be the intro to My Open Math. This is a not hard assignment. It's just practice. It shows you how to put answers into My Open Math. And then you'll see the 1.1 video lecture. So here's a link to the video. You can watch it in here where this is me talking to you about what we're covering in 1.1. I do also have, you also have access to a PDF of my lecture notes that I go through in those videos. A lot of students like to fill those in or follow along with those. So you'll need to watch that video. You'll need to watch the 1.2 videos. There's 2 of them. I try to make them not too long. And lecture handouts for that. And then here's your first homework assignment that's covering 1.1 and 1.2. You have 3 attempts per question, and you can also ask me questions. I'm going to go ahead and show that to you. So if I go into the homework and I start it, you'll see at the bottom it says Message Instructor. If you have a question on a homework problem, I really encourage you to use this Message Instructor link because it sends me a link directly to the problem you're working on and maybe any previous answers you've already submitted. So it just gets me on board with exactly what you're working on quicker. Let's go back to the course outline here. And that's what you need to get done for Wednesday. You get to, and the last thing is the forum post. This is going to be really easy forum. You just introduce yourself. And that's what you need to get done for Wednesday. Once you made it through all the things in the list, you're done. Sunday, same deal. Watch some videos, lectures, do some homework, watch some more video lectures, do some homework. There's a quiz. You may take the entire quiz twice. So you may take it once. If you don't like your score, you may retake it. And then here's the written activity. The one trick about the written activity is you're going to open those up and go through and do some data answers, write it up, and either you can type it up or you can write it up. You do need to submit it as a single PDF file. My Open Math will not take multiple files, so you can't make it as multiple TDFs. There are a lot of PDF scanning apps that can scan it into a single file for you. If you need any help with this, I'm happy to walk you through it. So just let me know if you need help scanning something into a single PDF. And then don't forget to respond to a couple of students in the forum. So that's really what the first week entails. I'm here to help you. Please email me if you have any questions. Again, my email is on the syllabus. Let's go ahead and open that up. So you can find my email right here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Oh, I was right. Boom. Here's my email right here on the syllabus. Go ahead and email me anytime. You can also message me through My Open Math right here with messages. You can email me that way too. So I look forward to this term. I think it should be a great term for all of you. Again, contact me if you have any questions.